kind of scary period, though, isn't there? With these campaigns going, they are scare campaigns, and that's why I use the word scary. Do you think without the detail of how this voice will actually work is now being filled by not an insignificant amount of people that say, well, this might happen and this might happen and it might change the way Australia is governed and we need to recognise migrants. Do you see that as a problem, or will Australia as a whole see through that?
Well, I think the truth can carry us through in this. You know, we're talking about constitutional recognition here, and the provision for the Constitution is quite a simple one. It's really about establishing the principle that Indigenous people should be listened to. It's really about the principle of fairness as well as recognition for Indigenous people. And, you know, in a representative democracy, representative bodies are not that unusual. And I don't think the reality is a scary thing. In fact, I think it enhances our democracy. And we know that when Indigenous people are listened to about the solutions in their communities, then that is when things are gotten right. It's when we're not listened to that things go wrong. It's when we're ignored that things go wrong. And so this is a really important change in this country to ensure that Indigenous people that are normally not heard are heard loud and clear about the solutions. And there's some consistency throughout the political cycle, regardless of who's in government, that we can consistently come together, have informed discussions amongst ourselves, use the best evidence and science, and then put forward, in the best possible way, how governments can resolve these issues. And this is a very practical reform. We have a problem in this country, and I think Australians are tired of symbolism, just as Indigenous people are tired of symbolism. We want something very practical. And in a democracy, again, a voice is a very practical thing. Influence over the making of policies and laws is a very practical thing, and it can only improve not only our country and our identity, but also the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander lives.
So just quickly, Thomas, the voice, will it improve the situation, for example, that we're seeing in Alice Springs right now?
Absolutely, it will. You know, I mean, the Uluru statement says it quite clearly, where it says proportionately proportionately we're the most incarcerated people on the planet. We're not an innately criminal people. We're not born more criminal than any other human beings. We're human like everyone else. But there has been a long history of ignorance of Indigenous communities, disempowerment, failed policies and harmful laws. And we can fix those things because these are a structural and political problem. And when Indigenous people have a voice merely to advise the Parliament in a transparent way, that is how we'll see change in Alice Springs. And it'll be generational. It won't be fixed overnight, but that consistency and coherency of a voice is really important. It's more than symbolism.
Thomas Mair, thanks so much for your time. I have a feeling that we'll be speaking to you frequently over the next couple of weeks and months ahead. Thanks so much.